It's gonna be one of them ones. And this is not no bash women because y'all won't listen to that. You know what I'm saying? And this needs to be heard. We gotta stop parenting with pride. People have created this illusion that single parenting isn't hard. Oh, I can do it. I'm this, I'm that. Like, y'all have to stop parenting with pride. And one of the most important issues here, and I'm going to start with it, has been dismissed. And maybe it's because of the way that people approach it. But like I've seen women say it online the other day. Women say, oh, they're just going to say we pick bad. Yo, I don't think you understand how important that is, because a lot of the male accountability comes through y'all. Let me give you the perfect example. I got a homeboy who has a daughter. She like 1. She might be 2 now. I knew he was going to be a good dad by the way he took care of his nephews. His brother went to jail and he did stuff that he didn't have to do. A lot of y'all got brothers or sisters, they don't do nothing for your kids. So I knew he was going to be a good dad before he was ever a dad. And he is. That's important. Especially because a lot of these guys weren't dads. So how can I can't hold someone accountable as a father who isn't one. And this is not, it's a lot of different scenarios. But I'm speaking to this right now. Like, you can't just dismiss all your pick bad. And I'm not even about to harp on it. It's just, it has to be touched on because it's one of the most important things. This swag, this coolness, this he got money shit. Okay. Of course you want somebody to look good. Of course. I get it. But let's be real about it. A lot of y'all weren't thinking about getting married when you had a baby. A lot of people don't plan their kids. Unless you're married or unless you got baby fever or something. A lot of people don't plan their kids. And if you didn't plan your kids, you probably didn't plan the father either. And that's a big deal. It really is. It really, really is a big deal. You know? And because we can't hold non-fathers accountable as being fathers. Like, and I think people don't understand this. I think women hear this and don't understand the responsibility behind it. The male connection to the child isn't always natural. Yours is. You were pregnant. You had the sickness. You had the morning. You know what I'm saying? Your back hurt. You carried them. A lot of the male's connection through the child comes through either you or his need or want, I should say, for a child. It could be either factor. His daddy wasn't there or his daddy was there. And then either way, like if his daddy was there, then he had a role model of a father and he's just going to fall in line. If his daddy wasn't there, he might be one of them guys that's like, oh, I ain't going to be like him. But he might be a deadbeat. You know what I'm saying? So the male accountability for parenting looks a little different because y'all are parents together. We can't separate y'all two as accountability. Like, why don't you hold the men accountable? Like, no. It's a 2-parent job and you're doing it on your own. You can't. And like, people want to be the exception to the rule. That's the problem. You can. I ain't gonna say you can't. But people want to be the exception to the rule. Any single time this topic comes up, oh, not my child, not this, that, but we see we are living with the results. These young kids are out of control. Like, you had them. I remember seeing this lady do a video, and she was talking about narcissistic mother-in-laws. Now, really, what was going on was, you can't fully dive into the topic of narcissism without discussing the women. You're cheating the whole idea of what it is if you're not calling women the one. So instead of, because you have a lot of women followers, so instead of call the women who have 15 and 16 and 17-year-olds the narcissistic mother-in-laws, y'all's kids are gonna have relationships and you're gonna be the mother-in-law before you get married. But she dressed it up as the mother-in-laws. But the point of me bringing that up is, it's a system. It starts with the mother, even of the baby daddy. A lot of times, she was toxic. Y'all know that. So we have to stop acting like this is an easy job, because it's definitely not. I seen something that was disheartening, to say the least. I'm gonna put this on full screen so y'all can see this, because this is ridiculous. This lady said, I put my son in jail because the streets wanted him. They had him over me. I almost gave up. You fought so much. Man, whatever. I ain't reading all this mess. She put her kid in jail. And I cut her picture off. Out of respect. And I don't mean any disrespect with what I'm about to say, but if you look at her profile picture, she had one of those pictures of two 16-year-old boys with wings, like they had passed away. They both throwing up some type of gang sign in the pic. Like, so her whole approach to parenting and all of the kids that she knows are dangerous. And it's because these kids don't have men. Like, she described it like, it seemed like she has like I don't know. I don't know what she meant by a soulmate. I was thinking, like, is she married to a woman? But then she said, like, a woman can't raise a productive young man. Like, she said, we love her son. So I don't know. She might be married to a woman or whatever. But the point is, you've seen that story before. If you watch The Chi, that's, what was old boy name? Michael? The little boy that lived with the mom and he acted out. He wanted to grow up. You know what I'm saying? Boys respond different to men. People respond different to men. When men talk, men raise their voices. Oh, why are you getting loud? Oh, I don't like your delivery. It's different with a man. But the whole point is, we have to stop getting on this line and acting like this is an easy job, because it's not. You see everybody talking about therapy and get therapy, get help. Like, mental health has become a big deal in the Black community. And it's a lot of single mothers in the Black community. But y'all won't even keep it real enough to say why you really stressed. You won't say you stressed because of being a parent. When clearly it's a factor. And what we have to do is stop entertaining the idea of women having masculine energy, because most of y'all don't. And you've took adult task and use that as really an excuse as to why you act the way you do, when really you're acting out because you need help, but you won't say it. Everybody want to talk about uh vibrations. If you look at the vibrational scale, like a lot of women operate on the lowest ones. Kevin Samuels made these bottom two popular. Shame and guilt. This is how y'all deal with men emotionally. Like, this is an emotional vibration scale. A lot of women's first reaction is the bottom levels of emotional. You're stressed. And a lot of y'all have, like, you can't even make it to the top. Like, you say you have peace, but then you don't. A lot of people don't display it. And a lot of people have found their idea of peace through apathy, which is also at the bottom. Y'all be angry. Y'all have pride. It's all at the bottom scale. It's not masculine energy. It's a low vibrational energy. Like, literally the way people, it's not, I'm just not using that as a catchword. Like, no, hell no. I'm showing it to you. This is the emotional vibration scale. Shame and guilt are at the bottom. Apathy. If anyone does not know what apathy is, that is not caring. That is not having a desire for. Like how y'all sound when y'all talk about being in a relationship. I don't need no man. I don't need no. Y'all have apathy when it comes to relationships. Man, I've seen, listen, Cynthia G's preaching fear to women. Finding any single time in the world when a black guy, does something, which it happens. I'm not gonna act like it doesn't. Finding any single time a black man does something to call him some type of dangerous to society. So she's preaching fear to women. I just seen that one lady on TikTok. Oh, I was at the black Walmart and I had on shorts and I was sounding stupid as hell. These are low vibrations. Look at them. But we have to stop. We see the behavioral problems. We see the anxiety. We see this stuff happening, and our pride is in the way. Our pride is in the way. Everybody want to get online and act like it's all good when it's really not. We just was at the pandemic. We seen all the people that had that unemployment and all that stuff and getting the extra money, basically happy to get that extra money because they weren't making that before. But now everybody 100K, you gotta make 100K, 100K, I'm at 100K. You are not making 100K, everybody not making 100K. People are struggling. So let's stop with this whole idea of because this is why bills dominates the conversation. It's not because men are broke. Yeah, these men don't want to step up and take care of it. No, say that you're struggling because the numbers don't lie, and it's obvious in our culture. Well, our culture is so backwards that we preach one income. You're weak and soft and beta if you go to two incomes. But people struggling by themselves. That's why I don't be listening to a lot of the conversation online. I can't listen to a single person talk about somebody having to pay all their stuff. Most people should be happy with 50-50. Log off and listening to the people who ain't gonna be at your house paying your bills. Log off and go 50-50 with somebody. Stop talking. Don't even say the word submission. Y'all just don't try to act like you don't understand it, but y'all do it naturally. So just don't even have the conversation of it. It's confusing a lot of people, but then you're gonna meet a dude and automatically do it every time, and y'all be acting like y'all don't. Talk to somebody else about it. I'm not him. You can't play those. You can't run that by me. But this is what is going on. We have to stop playing this game. This is not an easy job. And like I said, it's not a bash fest. Like, it's a lot of men who, listen, the thing with men is a lot of men don't understand the responsibility because they don't even care, which is a bad thing. However, people should individually, like as a man, you should look at the circumstances around you and life around you and want to be a father to your child just to make them different than everybody else, because they will be. And people try to act like, oh, two-parent, how much? Shut up. Don't talk to me. Trying to create an outlier when everybody knows that two-parent homes, the kids are better off. They're less likely to go to jail, like that first kid. And she says, oh, I'm not going to make him a statistic. You are so foolish. You are so foolish. A 16-year-old has neck tattoos and he's in jail. He's already a statistic. It's the statistics of kids in single parent homes that go to jail. Silly little lady. You made them one. And we have to stop this. We got to stop parenting with pride. This is what we're doing. Parenting with pride. And we got to stop. Even men parent with pride. Men parent with pride. A lot of men, I don't like that. Okay, this is where we will hold men accountable too. The men who can't separate her and being with the kid. Like men that actually care more about the woman than the kid. Because a lot of times, and I ain't blaming y'all, but a lot of times the women don't know how to use that to their advantage and make him parent. Like y'all say, intimidation, men intimidated by me. No, because intimidation means you're getting your way. And you don't be getting your way. Ain't nobody intimidated by nothing, sis. But my point is, these guys, y'all don't know how to use that. Like, yo, if he cares about you more than the kid, you should know how to use that to make him be a parent. I ain't saying manipulate him. I guess I kind of am. I don't know. Figure it out. I'm not a woman. But it just seems like something you should be able to do without having to give him none and all that. If he really cares about you. Unless it's some crazy dude, and then it goes back to the beginning of the video. So this is what we gotta. This is a hard job, and people gotta stop being cocky about it because the results aren't there. And a lot of people, listen, I talk about kids all the time. Go down through some of my videos. I did parent video, Balenciaga video, all types of stuff. The TikTok video about TikTok, that was a kid video. Always doing it. I care. A lot of y'all's daughters are falling in the footsteps of you. I see them online. Like, y'all don't even see it or care. Like, yo, why is it that these little kids, I'm tired of having to scroll past some little girl that's 15, 16, and she got her shirt rolled up showing her stomach. Yo. Like, come on. Like, and this is something like, I feel like men would be like, but it don't be men around. And we can't hold all of them accountable. Like, you got to understand, like, just think about it like this. If it's this many deadbeat men, what is it that isn't about the men? Like, if this keeps happening, like, what is it that isn't about the men? I explain what it is about the men. Some of them are just not fathers, and some of them don't know how to separate you from the child. But what is it that isn't about the men? It's something. And I told you what it was. It's how y'all selected these guys. So you cannot skim past, they say they're going to say we picked wrong. No, I'm not just going to say you picked wrong. I'm going to tell you how important that is. And not bash you about it. Explain it to you. And we have to, this is what I'm saying, y'all. Operate, when y'all talk to men, you use the lowest vibrations. Guilt and shame. If y'all were better fathers, why isn't y'all Why don't you? I mean, men do it too. But this is not the scale I'm on right now. I'm in the enlightenment scale. I'm all the way at the top, baby. This is it. You really getting the highest vibration. This is enlightenment. Every time I step foot on a live, I come to enlighten. So I don't have the low vibration. Ain't no cuss words on this live. Ain't no none of that. I'm about to drink some water. About to have some grapes. I mean, not grapes. Blueberries and raw honey. Getting in my bag. Y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see. But yeah, we gotta be able to have this conversation without the bass fest, because women gotta listen, because y'all gotta stop acting like you cool when you ain't cool, and we see you not cool, but you trying to take your not coolness out on everything. Yeah. When we see how much y'all talk about mental health and the numbers show that being a single mother is stressful, stop. And when it comes to men, you operate on the lowest scales. Y'all see that. It's like most people, when they use these terms, they just generally say, oh, you're low vibrational. I literally just showed y'all the vibrational scale and broke down how you communicate using it. And y'all know I'm right. Apathy. This is what y'all do. Like, and I'm here to help. Like I said, this is an enlightenment session. You know what I'm saying? It's really it. I ain't got to harp too much on it because I'm gonna be back talking about kids again. So that's it, y'all. It's a hard job. You know, you don't gotta swallow your pride. But like I said, this is what, and this is where a lot of people don't get it. Like, aside from raising the kids, like if you're talking about dating, because a lot of people, I gotta say this, a lot of people care more about their dating life than their kids growing up life. Like, you care, you gonna pin, but you're not really fully focused on their future because you be worried about yours. Some still. When about a lot of people are supposed to have their future set when they're having kids. You see what I'm saying? So like now you don't have to worry about yourself as much. You can focus on your child or help them focus on something because your life good. A lot of people life ain't good because they still trying to figure the man part out. You're trying to bring a man into the game in the fourth quarter. You know? And a lot of these dudes ain't warmed up. They ain't stretched. You know? And a lot of people get canceled off. Yo, man, I'm going to just be real. Some of y'all's man mathematically doesn't exist. I'm going to be real as hell. Some of y'all's man mathematically does not exist. If we talking 10% of the earners making 100K, and we talking 15% of the guys that's 6 foot, if you want a 6 foot 100K earner, we talking 5% of guys. And then if he dark or light, or you want to go that one of those routes, you want some looks. So not only can he got to be 6 foot with the bag, he also got to look a certain way. And not only does he got to look a certain way, he got to act a certain way. He got to be cool. So mathematically, this guy doesn't exist for a lot of people. And that's just being real. I ain't bashing. We're not doing none of that today. We're just keeping it a buck. This guy doesn't exist for a lot of people. It's somebody for everybody. Yes, it's somebody for everybody. But it's not Idris Elba for all of y'all and all of that. These guys, y'all, these superstar dudes. There's not a lot everybody superstar dude. Nope. And then we're going to meet somebody like that and they're going to be nerdy and it's going to throw you off. And then you the one that's silly for that. But that's okay. I'll be back to talk about that too. Go on, y'all. It's a hard job.